Hey everyone, I am Rajni. In this lecture series, we will cover cell biology in detailed and simple way. So in today's lecture, we will be covering cell structure and function in a very simple and exam oriented way. So let's start. What is a cell? Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life, and this compartment is bounded by a cell membrane, and it is capable of independent existence and performing essential life processes. Key points: all organisms except viruses are made up of cells. Viruses are acellular because when they are inside the body they are living, and when they are outside the body they are dead. So they lack true cellular structure. Cell is derived from a Latin word cellula, which means small compartment, and this was published in Micrographia. Discovery of cell: Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered cell in cork slice and named them cellula. He also observed only cell walls, dead cells, no cytoplasmic content in it. So for the first time, Anton van Leeuwenhoek discovered the living cell and named them animalcules, which means little animals. So cell can be divided into two major types. First is prokaryotic and second is eukaryotic cell. So in prokaryotic cell, membrane bound nucleus is absent. In eukaryotic cell, membrane bound nucleus is present. In eukaryotic cell, membrane bound organelles are present like ER, Golgi, lysosome, mitochondria, vacuoles. So they are covered by a membrane. In prokaryote, cell bound organelles are absent. So region between plasma membrane and nucleus is cytoplasm, which comprise of cytosol, cytoplasmic matrix and the organelles. So now let's talk about the cell theory or cell doctrine given in 1839. So there were two scientists, Schleiden and Schwann. Schleiden was a German botanist working on plant cells, and Schwann was a British zoologist working on animal cells. So they both gave cell theory, defining as all living things are made up of cells, and cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. In 1855, Rudolf Virchow gave extension of cell theory, calling all cells arise from pre-existing cells, and non-cellular organisms like viruses do not obey this cell theory. So modern cell theory is all cell organisms are made up of one or more cells. Cell is the structural and functional unit of life. All cells arise from pre-existing cells by division. All cells contain hereditary information like DNA, which passes from one cell to another. All cells have basically the same chemical composition. Evolution of cell. So cell arose around 3.5 billion years ago, formed from mixture of inorganic components like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen and phosphorus. So they derive their energy from heterotrophic compound in their environment to synthesize their own precursor molecule, thus is dependent on outside source. So significant evolutionary event: development of photosynthetic ability to fix CO2 into more complex organic compound. So originally it was thought that electron donor for photosynthesis was H2S, yielding elemental sulfur as byproduct. Later cell developed enzymatic capacity to use H2O as electron donor for producing oxygen. Origin of mitochondria and chloroplast. So according to fossil record, earliest eukaryotic cell evolved around 1.5 years ago. So origin of mitochondria and chloroplast can be explained by three major changes. First one, cell acquired more DNA and membrane related to that of complexity and discrete component within the specific pocket divide and equally daughter cells at the cell divisions were formed. Next we can say cells became larger, intercellular membrane organelles developed. So eukaryotic cell have double layer nucleus which contain most of the cell DNA and rest of the DNA was kept separately in the cytoplasm. Third one, primitive eukaryotic cell incapable of photosynthesis or aerobic respiration. They pool their acid with aerobic bacteria or photoautotrophs. We can also say some aerobic bacteria evolved into the mitochondria of more eukaryotic cells and some photosynthetic cyanobacteria became chloroplast of the modern cell.